Hi everyone, and we are back with an art journal today. So, since it's Women's Day, I decided to do a Women's Day tutorial. Now, I started off with a CrafTangles diary, and I have decided to kind of create a wallpaper look for this particular page. So, I have selected this deco page paper by CrafTangles called Purple Flowers. So, it has kind of repeated, pattern of very simple purple flowers, which I showed you, and I selected the one with slightly bigger flowers, and then I'm sticking it onto my diary using some decoupage glue. Now the paper was A4 in size and my diary is A5 in size, so it kind of fits perfectly. Once I have stuck the paper onto the diary and it dries properly, I move on to making it vintage. For that, I am using some Tim Holtz Distress ink. The color that I am using is Gathered Twigs. So the idea here is to kind of create a vintage border or old worn wallpaper look. For that, I am kind of creating very brown looking borders at the end using some distress ink and ink blending tool, and I'll be repeating that both on the right and left, and then taking just a little bit of ink on my ink blending brush, I will be extending that color to the center of the page as well, so that it kind of blends smooth to the center and everything looks vintage. That's the idea. I kind of want to create like a wall of fame kind of a look for this particular art journal. Now, as always guys, with all my tutorial, whatever products I'm talking about, discussing, etc., the product link will be available in the description of this video. So if you are interested in any particular product you want to buy, or you want to know pricing, etc., where I bought this, etc., you can always check the link below and you will get all the information. Here you can see I'm smoothing out the brown color into the center of the page, making the entire page vintagey looking. Now what I'm doing is, as I said, I want to create like a wall of a fame kind of a look for this particular art journal. So I have decided to use these oval frame die cuts and use them as frames. So these are die cut out of CrafTangles dies. This is an oval ornamental frame die, and I have colored this using vibrant violet liquid watercolors. Now this color is very similar to the purple flowers that was there on our decoupage paper. So we are kind of repeating the colors so that everything looks cohesive. And I will do this, I will color all the frames for all the 6 frames that I'm going to use. So I'm going to use like 6 frames on top of this page, 3 on each side, and then I'll be adding girls on top of it, which will kind of create our wall of fame. So that's the idea. Now that they dried up, you can see that they look very bold purpley. And since our background is a bit vintage, just to bring in everything together, I'm using the same distressing color and I'm tapping that color slightly on top of the frame in certain areas. What this does is it will make the frame immediately look vintagey. And that's the idea. I'll repeat this process for all the 6 frames and then dry them up. Once they are dried, I will start, laying them up on my art journal page. And this is how I have decided the layout to go. And this is the stickers that I'm going to put on top of the frame. Now these are already journaling stickers, so they are sized similar to the die cuts that we have created. So they are sized similarly, nothing is bigger or smaller. And that was the idea. So I had already thought of sizing, etc. So the sticker that I'm using is Abstract Woman by CrafTangles. These are 4 by 6 centimeter journaling stickers, and I have decided that I just want the woman part. I don't want the backgrounds, etc., because they are very bright and they will become very colorful, mixed colors, which I don't want to add in my art journal. I want to stick to purple and browns. Now here is another hack. After fussy cutting my girls, I kind of use markers to kind of fix any indiscrepancies that I have. So this kind of gives a clean black edge to all my fussy cuts, and this ends up looking much more finished rather than hand cut. So this is a good hack you can do if you do a lot of fussy cutting. Once I was happy with how the girls look on my placement of the art journal page, I will start sticking things on top of my art journal. So I start off sticking the frames. For that, I'm using regular roller school glue. You could, honestly use any glue of your choice, liquid glue, etc. I just use these for ease. And then since these girls are already stickers, I did not have to worry about, glue or anything. I simply peel off the backing of the stickers and I start sticking the girls on top of the page. And this is how it looks. Now comes the next fun part, and personally my favorite part, which is adding quotes to the journal page. Now, before that, I added a lot of splatters on top of the page, which I kind of did not shoot, but I just added splatters and then I removed the water using a towel, and that kind of gave the distressed look on the corners that you see, the splattered look. It kind of made it more vintage. So that is why I did that. And here I have selected 6 quotes from that quote sheet. So these are chit chat sentiments. These have like a mix of motivational quotes. And I selected the ones which went for the Women's Day, and I'm just sticking them next to each and every portrait. So that's the idea, that each and every girl are, a part of Wall of Fame. And, these are just motivational quotes for the women's. And you can see how this came out. As you can see, the details of each and every quote as well as the frames. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial and it gave you some ideas. I personally loved this page. I'll see you soon with another tutorial. Till then, guys, take care. Bye bye.